Hello and welcome to day 44 of Extreme Lent. So 2 days ago, I went over how we were made for a relationship. Yesterday, I went over how that relationship was broken. And because that relationship was broken, now we are spiraling towards death. Not a great note, right? But we have a Savior. We have a Redeemer. We were made for a relationship. That relationship was broken. And it made an unbridgeable gap. The consequence of sin is complete separation from God. No human being, no matter how holy we are, no matter how great of works we do, can bridge that gap. We made a covenant and we broke that covenant with God. So God had two choices. He could either wipe out all of humankind or he could kill himself. Because that's what a covenant is. A covenant is much more than just a contract. A contract is I give you money, you give me a service or a good. I give you something, you give me something. A covenant, though, is I give my whole self to you. And if I break this covenant, let me die. That's why marriage is a covenant. We give our whole selves to the other. There's no such thing as a divorce. When you give your whole self, when you're in a covenant, you either die or you fulfill that covenant. That's why I promise to be faithful to you until death depart. So, one of us had to die. And God is such a good and loving Father that he sent his only begotten Son to be crucified for his life, death, and resurrection, that he would go through the passion, that he would give his whole self to us. Even though we lacked that God would give his whole self to us, we lacked the trust that he would provide for us, that he would protect us, that he loves us with his whole self. He says, no, I love you with everything I have. And he comes down as a helpless baby. And he grows up and he knows the struggles of humankind. He has human weakness in everything but sin. He shared in our human nature. He carried the burdens of human nature. So he could show us the way, so he could light a path, so that when he died on the cross, that old covenant was fulfilled. No longer were human beings trapped in forever darkness, spiraling towards death. We are still spiraling towards death on this broken world, but now because Jesus came and died on the cross, he opened up the gates of heaven. He now made it possible that we could be back in union with the relationship with God, that we could have a chance at eternal life again if we just rely on him, if we give our whole selves to him. So we were made for a relationship. That relationship is broken, and now Jesus comes to bridge the gap, the unbridgeable gap between human beings and God. Jesus bridges this gap because he's fully human and he's fully divine. He's the only one that can bridge this gap. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.